time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. They score with that right uppercut. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Which one of these athletes is gonna say, I can't take it anymore? It's all offense, all the time. Has to be careful for... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's a...
Here we go for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
And that hook misses. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Perfect counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Beautiful counter shot. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Oh, that was a fight that had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, it just really befuddles your opponent, because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles a fighter.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. There's the bell for round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. When you're fighting a massive heavyweight like this, you can't go toe-to-toe. You got to stick and move and use angles.
If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you, and push his own weight on him.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab doesn't score. Score with that right uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell for round 5. And Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. They both want a knockout, you can tell. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than have to.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell to start round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Defense is not an option for these two. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. And he scores with the counter. How about that time counter shot? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say... There's the bell to start round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
A perfect counter lands. Punch, counter punch. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. And they get out of the way of that left hand. Both men step back for just a moment. hook was off target. Punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punching. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Beautiful counter punch. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell to start round 9. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Can't score with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working. There's the bell for round 10. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Catch and shoot. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Right hook just missed. Good counter punching. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. And he scores with the counter. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. They've got the momentum. And there's the bell for round 11. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Misses with the straight left. Nice counter shot. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Perfect, and Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. And now they're right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And he's a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
On to the 12th. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. he just got rocked. Do you believe this? I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
How about that time counter shot? Punch, counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
What a...